Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you a fabulous bridal bouquet, modern, elegant, and gorgeous. A special thank you to 50flowers.com for providing all these gorgeous blossoms. When you have a moment, check out their website, 50flowers.com. They make it so easy to shop any hour of the day. Now for this design, I chose the Modern Elegance Bridal Bouquet package. It's a combination with curly willow, Phalaenopsis orchids, crispedia. The three together, oh my gosh, absolutely fabulous. Then I added some aloe succulents and echeveria succulents. Two different colors of green, kind of that blue-gray and the yellow-green, mixed with the crispedia, delicious. And then a few Gaelic leaves to finish it off. The bridal bouquet is built on a standard bouquet holder, but I've covered it with Gaelic sleeves using the Super 77 3M spray glue. Just cut your leaves completely off, spray them with the glue, and then adhere them directly to the holder. Cover the handle and the back, because you don't want any of the white to show. Then soak it with flower food, so you're ready to do flowers. Then one little trick. When you're designing, you normally think about designing this way, but the weight pulls forward, so when you hold it, oftentimes the bouquet faces downward. If you'll turn it around and design so that you're holding with the handle upside down, it's much easier to hold. Try it yourself. You'll be surprised. Holding it this way is awkward. Holding it this way, very easy. To create the willow armature, cut down your willow into smaller pieces. And the tips are what you're looking for, the nice, soft, pliable ends. Just cutting it down so you have lots of individual little pieces. And there's ample in the box. You won't run out, promise that. Then taking them and wind them just into a circle, creating a wreath. And it doesn't have to be really super round. You're just trying to get it started. And then lash it using bind wire. It's a nice wrapped wire that looks like the willow itself. Lash it together. And continue bringing it around. Lash it again. And at first, it'll be oval, it'll be lopsided, it'll be crooked. That's okay. You just keep adding, binding, and twisting until you end up with a nice round form. Again, it's very organic, so if it's not round, it actually is a little bit prettier if it's got a nice soft oval to it, especially at the beginning, but you'll be surprised. As I continue adding, when you're done, it actually will end up being round because you can just keep winding things into it, and then you end up with a beautiful base. To attach the armature to the holder, start with additional pieces of willow and insert it directly into the foam, making sure it's nice and secure. Want them to go in tightly, because this is what's going to attach it all together. Ends up looking almost like an octopus with legs going all different directions. One more piece over on this side. Then taking the wreath and just setting it onto the base, then using the additional pieces and wind them together, winding it around. To secure, go ahead and use a little more bind wire. That'll help make sure that it stays put. You can lock the bits together, twisting it, and go back, add some winding around on this side. centering it, bringing it in, twisting it with bind wire, and repeat until you get it centered and secured. You can stop here, leaving it in the soft rounded form, or if you want to do a more trailing cascade style, go back and add additional branches. Coming in, just weaving through, and leaving it longer. Inserting it directly into the foam. And even coming out through the front. And then taking those pieces, knotting them together. You can actually tie it. Creating little loops, tying it, and continue till you get the form that you like. The aloe succulents have such nice long stems, you could actually set them directly into the foam just by cutting, pulling off the lower ends, giving it a nice cut, and then set it directly into the holder, making sure it goes in deep enough to be secure. But you might be wanting it a little bit longer. And to do that, again, remove some of the leaves, save them. You may be able to use them in a corsage or a boutonniere, but remove those down. And then using an 18 gauge wire, just pierce straight through the stem, bending it down, and then tape it with corsage tape. This way you can make the stem any length you want and extend it out in the bouquet. So you just cut the wire off at whatever point you would like. And then place that down into the foam. You could also use a wood pick to secure your succulents. Just cut the wire off. You don't need that. Using a 2-inch wood pick. Then just take the echeveria, remove any damaged leaves off the back, and then just insert it straight in, being very gentle so you don't break it. Then using a little bit of Oasis Floral adhesive, glue that insertion point to make sure that it doesn't come loose. And then just place the stick right down into the foam. With the Phalaenopsis, you can use them as an entire stem, or if you'd rather, you can use them as individual blooms. I like to do both. So for my tail trailing down, I'm going to go ahead and just use the stem, giving it a cut, and then taking it and setting it directly into the foam. To add individual blooms, you need to wire and tape. And the easiest way to do that is use a bit of 22 gauge wire and white corsage tape. Tape right over the center of that wire. And then you're going to take that and bend it into a hairpin. So you've got the wire covered with white tape. That way it'll disappear right inside of the throat of the orchid. Then go back, take an individual orchid, remove it from the stem, then gently feed down through the center of the orchid, making sure you don't pierce any of the petals, pulling it over the throat till it just disappears. And with the white tape, then you don't see that. Then go back with your regular green tape, tape the stem, again, making sure you don't capture any of the petals. You don't want to bruise or damage those. Then you can take that and set it right down into the foam. As you finish the bouquet, you can add additional aloe, bringing it up towards the top, filling in so that it carries the eye all the way towards the back of the bouquet, kind of up and over. Additional echeveria, bring it in towards the sides, making sure it's all the way rounded from front to back. You don't want any areas that are naked with foam showing. Then enhance, brighten it with the billy balls or crispetia. It's so vivid that yellow brings out the pop of the yellow in the center of the orchids. And you can use them on their natural stems and then just insert them, finding a little hole. Or you can remove them from the stem using just the individual balls. And again, using your Oasis Floral adhesive. Add a bit of glue to the base. Let it begin to dry. And then glue it directly down to the armature. Creating a beautiful bouquet is easy when you order from 50flowers.com. There's always such an abundance of materials. I've got the bouquet done, and I have plenty to do boutonniere for the groom, another bouquet for the maid of honor, maybe even a corsage for mom. You can see there's lots left to work with. Now it's your turn. Go on to the 50flowers.com website. Take a look. See what all they have to offer. Then if you have questions, you can reach out to me. I'm here to help. You can find us on the website, flowerschool.com, or if it's easier, pick up the telephone and give me a call, 503-223-8089, and of course my personal email, Leanne@floraldesigninstitute.com. You can send me a picture. I'd love to see what you create, or post it on social media and hashtag Floral Design Institute so we all can see. Have fun and do something you love.